Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Chai and Chill. Today we are joined by Audrija Roy Choudhury. I have known her as my co-worker in Mumbai, even though we had our roots intertwined in Calcutta. Neither of us were aware of it. We both hail from Calcutta.
Yeah. I think that's I think co-worker is very formal for Anisha and me. Like I don't
I
see
said
her
we
as
started
a
off as co-workers, then we transitioned into friends.
Yeah.
and
I get it.
The more we realize that we have common roots, but we just never really met.
Yes, and I don't know how didn't we meet, because we have like innumerable number of mutual friends.
Yeah, the more we talk, the more we like, wait, you know this person? How? What?
It happens till date. Like 2 days ago also I asked you the same thing.
But I think it's a very Calcutta thing. Everybody knows everybody in Calcutta.
Yeah. And especially when they are in Bombay or out of the city, like everybody knows everyone. So yes, hello once again. So I'm very excited.
Okay, so
first thing.
Audrija lived in Mumbai. Obviously, she was my co-worker here in Bombay. And then right before we found ourselves in the middle of a global pandemic, she had to go back home. So today we are going to talk about all the pros and the cons of being by yourself and being at home with family.
Oh my God. Okay.
Welcome to Chai and Chill, Audrija. And
thank you.
This is my cup which says chill, which I think I've shown before. I stole it from my old roommate.
This is my cup, which is a plain red cup, but I love this cup to bits. My mom tried to take this away from me one day because she broke her cup, but I was like, no, this is my cup. So so that's my cup. And I don't drink tea as much as our host does, because I have never seen anyone drink tea as much as she does. But it's here for Chai and Chill. I couldn't go away with it.
Yes, a few days ago somebody asked me, how has the pandemic been for you? How is the lockdown? What do you miss? So I said, I don't miss anybody. I miss Mama and Chai. That is it. That is all I miss.
Oh my God, Mama and Chai is probably one of the very many things that got us connected, because that one time we say to each other, let's go out, we need to talk, and we head to Mama. Mama, for everybody who doesn't know, Mama was the person who used to serve us tea in our office. Still does. My ex-office, Anisha's current office. And Anisha, that Chai actually, I think, used to get Anisha back to the world from all the other thought bubbles that she used to wander into. So yes, and it's often that any Chai post on my Instagram feed is, I have to tag her. So yes, Chai is there for you, and only because of Chai and Chill. I'm not a tea person. I'm glad she doesn't hate on me for that. I'm just glad. I don't know how, but
everybody has their own choices. It's okay. I've grown up to accept that, and that's what happened very recently. Okay, but speaking of...
we are getting into talk that we do not want to. Let's get back to Chai and Chill.
So speaking of the whole stepping out and, Bombay, what prompted you to move to Bombay in the first place?
Honestly, if I tell you, I don't know. So this happened in one afternoon, where I left my then current job, and I was like kind of jobless for about a week or so, and I was just giving out resumes to everywhere, and I was speaking to my brother that what should I do and everything. So he just said that why don't you just send it to this particular company. And I'm like, okay, like just send it, just take a chance. It's not that it will happen, but it might just happen. So it was about 12 o'clock in the afternoon when I sent in my resume. Around 1:30, I get my first mail back saying that you have been selected for an interview. At 2 o'clock, I go for my first round of interview. At 2:30, I go for the second round of interview. They were like, okay, it's pretty good, like we liked you and everything, we'll get back to you tomorrow. The next day, I get a call back I had to go for another round. That's the third round of interview actually, and that was also probably around 2 in the afternoon. And in an hour, I get the mail from the HR saying that you're selected. So why don't you come? You have to come to Bombay. And I'm like, what? How did that just happen? So it was just a 2-day affair that happened, and I did not think. I'm sorry for the background music.
It's okay.
Too much, car. But I did not think anything. I like the only thing that prompted me was my brother on the call. Like, just do it. That's the thing probably prompted me, and it just happened very organically. And in a week's time, I was out of Calcutta after like being at home for 22 years of my life. I see another world, and then Bombay happened to me.
Yeah, what was that like? Because when you were 22, this is 2015-16 around?
This is 2016. 2016
there
August.
Is no Uber, there is no Swiggy, there is a lot of things that we are so used to right now, it's not there. So what was that like, coming to a new city and having to figure everything out, especially the local train?
Oh my God. I was overwhelmed. Like I actually, it took me almost a year to get used to the entire Bombay life. Like, everything, the fastness, the stay, like the freedom, the way, the work culture, the way people behave there. It was so different. I felt like I was in a corner of the entire India map. I felt like I was in this corner with the shut door, and now the door has opened, and I'm seeing the entire, like, another world out there, because it was so different. And honestly speaking, people in Kolkata, like a middle class Bengali family, they usually don't let their girls out as much as people staying out of Calcutta. It like many people will not agree with this point, but there are families. Okay, so I was coming from one family, like one of that family. So I was like, what is this world? Where did I step into? Like, how did these people exist? So it was crazy. It took me nearly a year to get, used to the entire Bombay culture and Bombay life. But once you get a taste of it, you also know you are never going to let it go. And man, now that I'm back here, I cannot tell you how much I miss Bombay, and I cannot tell you how much it's that, addiction. It's really an addiction. People used to tell me that once you're going out, Delhi, Bombay, anywhere out of Kolkata, it will pull you back. Dude, it pulls me back every day. Every day I want to run back, but circumstances. But anyways, it's probably the best 3.5 years of my life. So, love it.
Okay, but what was the first thing that struck you when you came to the city and you realized you're completely on your own? Yeah, of course your brother was there, but there is something. You don't live with your cousins over here. You tend to stay on your own. So what was the one thing that you realized, oh shit, I am absolutely alone. There is no one.
Actually everything, because I'm a very pampered child at home. Like, probably, I think I only eat myself because I'm grown enough, and if my mom had a chance, she would have fed me also. I'm that pampered.
Yeah.
So I think everybody. So I reached on a Saturday, and I think I reached on a Friday evening-ish. Saturday, Sunday was there, and from Monday I had to join work. So the Monday morning when I woke up, and I was like, shit, I have to do everything on my own. Like making breakfast, getting ready, arranging your things, everything. And then I have to take all these documents, and I'm like, oh damn, if I miss any one document, nobody is there to tell me that where is your document. You have to be very, very careful of everything that you do. You're traveling alone, you have to be very careful of whom you talk to, whom you meet, how you behave. So everything was so nice to me, and everything struck me. And the most important thing was, there is the fun of freedom, but then there was also the scary part of not having a backup or anywhere. So I think I was scared that time, but now when I look at it, I'm like, ooh, that's fun. But no, it was not fun that time. Definitely not fun. No. And also when you mentioned local train,
Yeah.
I thought it will be our Kolkata Metro. But reality check. No, it is not. But my brother was very specific that you will only have to go in first class. So
Yeah.
my ticket was a first class. So I think I did not.
That you
know,
stopped
face
later
the
on.
rush.
When I met you did not.
Yeah.
When I met you, I was the one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down a first class.
Yeah, because I was used to it by that time.
Yeah.
You know, I had traveled to like from Santa Cruz to what do you call it, to Mahi, and then prior to that I had to go to Mahalakshmi. So I was used to it. From Santa Cruz to Andheri to Mahi to Mahalakshmi, I was used to it. So it was not a problem for me. And I used to like train journey. But first time I was like, okay, this is a bit different. And this is not the metro thing I was thinking. And okay. But first class, so it was okay. It was not that much of a rush as opposed to the second class. I saw, and one day everybody had that. I don't know whether you had it or not, without a ticket, and I got caught also. Yeah, and I was like, shit, just one station. Like it was, I was supposed to get down to the next station, just the station prior to that I got caught, and I'm like, damn it, never again. But yeah. That's also an experience.
Yeah, but you still did it because I know.
Yeah, because that is at 10 o'clock at night, and I don't want to go to the ticket line and stand and tell them, and they will. The only thing that doesn't change, I think that's the only thing that didn't change between Kolkata and Bombay is the ticket people. The ticket, the people who used to give the tickets, they are as slow as Kolkata people.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes, and Kolkata Metro was, the minimum wage was 10. There, the fare was 5.
Yeah,
I'm like, chalo, Kolkata is above Bombay somewhere, some little. But yeah, that's the only difference I saw.
Yeah. For me, when I
honestly, I was going to ask you actually, but you came in. When did you shift to Bombay?
2018, so I had a much easier transition than you did because I already had a lot of apps and everything at my disposal. That and the other thing that I realized is since there was no one else, my sense of direction suddenly improved. I'm very bad with directions back home because I know I can call my mom or my dad and say that I'm lost. What do I do now? But here there is no one, so you tend to start depending on yourself way more. You become way more responsible.
Yeah, for me, Google Maps became my best friend. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Google Maps was a savior. But I think when I shifted, Zomato was there. Swiggy was also there, but not as much. But Zomato was there, that's for sure. But when you shifted, I think that was that by that time everything was in place and everything was sorted.
Yeah, so the one app I was told to download as soon as I landed in Bombay was Get M Indicator. It will sort out your life.
Oh yes, same thing. Get M Indicator. I don't know how much that helped me, but
I used to track
not as much
and figure out.
Right. But yeah, I used to track it when there was rains. Those conversations helped me a lot, whether I should move out of the house or not. Yeah. So that's the one time I hate Bombay is monsoon. Not Bombay. I hate monsoon in any city, or I hate that as a season. And we are talking during monsoon only. When whatever, that's irony, but I hate it. But yeah, but tell me one thing. When you went to Bombay, did you face the same difference, or the same? Did these things also spark you?
I had actually visited 3 different cities before I decided that Bombay is it. I want to shift to Bombay. I had gone to Delhi, I had gone to Bangalore, and I had come to Bombay, and I loved Bombay. This was 2015 May. I think I came to Bombay first. Then I came 2017 May again to ensure that do I remember everything. And I remembered every single place very vividly from my first trip in 2015. So that is when my cousin sister-in-law, she told me that I think you should shift here, because if you remember this place so vividly, it means it's a sign. So just shift.
Yeah. Did you? Which was the city which you forgot completely?
I have not gone back to any of those cities. Bombay is the only place I visited twice before I came here and decided to park myself over here. But for me, my transition into it was very different. I lived with family for a month before I shifted out, so everything happened gradually.
Oh.
First day that I lived on my own, I was very excited. I was very excited to be going to a place from my house and everything.
Yeah.
I did not know that you could take auto there. Like the autos would take me to the station, so I was much healthier in the first year because I used to walk to the station. I did not realize I was walking for bloody 1 kilometer every day or something.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
Serious?
That whole stretch of walk, I don't know exactly the time, but it was a good 20-minute walk, I would say. And in an auto, it's obviously much quicker. But I was walking that distance every day.
Why would you take an auto? Why would
the man I hired so the man I rented my house from, he told me that station walking distance hai didi. So the first day I was walking to find the station, and I continued doing that forever. Until my roommate is like, Anisha, we can take an auto. And then I became damn lazy. But it's okay. That walk actually used to help me. That was the time I used to get my cardio. And the other problem is, you know where our office is, right? So there is nothing. Like I have been looked down and ridiculed by cab drivers for asking to take us from the station in Mahim to our office, because they are like, no.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Nobody would agree to go. And then we used to see people who used to come by cabs, and I used to ask them, where did you get the cab from, like station? And I'm like, how?
Yeah, because one time this guy told me, Didi, idhar hi hai, paidal chale jao. I said, what the hell?
Yeah. They told me the same thing. Idhar hi hai, paidal chale jao. And I'm like, मतलब आप लोग का कुछ टाइम है क्या कि 12 बजे के बाद जिन लोग आएंगे उन लोग को लेके जाओगे, 10 बजे के पहले आएंगे तो नहीं लेके जाओगे? But what is this thing? And even that walk, like from station to office, is a pretty long walk. Okay,
it's a pretty long.
I mean, yeah, and I think you're right. That's the only cardio even I had at that when I was staying in Bombay, because I genuinely didn't want to go for any exercises, anything. And
we did not have time, very honestly.
Yeah, that's also true. And the little time that we had, I just wanted to sleep or be lazy as much as I can. But that walk every day, I asked a cab driver to go, and every day I faced rejection. But thankfully during monsoon, they used to say yes to me. But that's also very, very rare. Very rare. I have no idea why would they wouldn't take us, and then they would take some other people from our office. I have no idea.
Maybe they are prettier.
It's the face or what? Yeah, I was just going to say, is it the face or what is it? It just amazes me.
So, okay,
so you were saying that you were.
Bolo.
So when you landed in Bombay, you used to stay with your family.
Yeah.
And then you moved out, right? So that transition, once you are in a place outside your hometown, you come. So I left my hometown and landed in a PG in Bombay. That experience is very different.
Yeah.
Okay, that you don't know, these are new people with whom you have to stay, and you have to wake up and do everything on your own, and everything is your responsibility. Nobody is going to take your responsibility. But the experience of moving out of your hometown and then going to a place where you know there's safety and you have people to fall back on, and then moving out, how does that feel?
So that felt a little surreal, because I was back in a place where I had rules. They were not spelled out rules, but there were rules. Like I had to be back by a certain time. I couldn't go out and party with my friends. And so in my head, it was, okay, this is not why I moved out. I wanted my own freedom. So I kind of sped up the entire process of finding my own house and just shifting out, because I couldn't do that to them. Although they completely assumed that I would stay with them for 4 to 5 months, and I'm like, why would I do that? I don't want to. But because I had already had a sister-in-law and a brother, they ensured that I was eating my meals on time. They ensured that everything was fine. Even after I shifted out, every weekend I had to go visit them. Now that I stopped. But you know how family is. After a while, I love you, but let's keep our distance from each other.
Yeah. Same. I mean, yeah. Even my mom used to just call me and like, why don't you visit their place? Why don't you go to their house? I'm like, no, I'm too tired after work.
I am so tired.
I cannot.
I am so tired.
I'm exhausted. I do not. And then there are people who stays in Thane and I'm supposed to go and meet them. I'm like, no way. So
did I tell you about the time my friends tricked me by telling me? So I was so new to Bombay. I think it was just my first week, and they told me that come to Thane from Kandivali. That's easy, and tomorrow in the morning, because you can go Piche se, right? But tomorrow in the morning, it's okay. We'll drop you at work. It's not that far. Me being the idiot that I am, I did not bother to look it up. I thought, Thane se Mahim, I'll come. I remember being in tears midway to coming to office. I started my journey at 7:30 in the morning or something, 7:38ish. I reached office at 11:30 and I was crying because I couldn't take that journey anymore.
I mean, yeah, on an office day, no. But then many people will tell you that I come from Badlapur, and you know who will tell you, huh? So I come from Badlapur. You are talking about Thane. I was like, bro, you have been conditioned from Badlapur to Thane to Mahim to Andheri. You have been conditioned. We are not. Like this Thane traveling from Kandivali to Thane. My relatives also told me that you take a train to Kandivali, from there come. And I'm like, how? Like I'm on the road like for about an hour. I'm not reaching that place only. It's like an OSS. You just go. You just keep on finding it. You just don't reach.
See, we grew up in a place where everything is 15 minutes. Anywhere you want to go, it's 15 minutes.
Exactly.
From there, when you come here, people are like, oh, this is like 5 kilometers, this is 10 kilometers, this is 20 kilometers. What are you talking about?
The whole concept of ekhan theke 10 minute vanished from my life in Bombay. There is nothing called ekhan theke 10 minute by ekhan theke 5 minutes. There is like ekhan, from here it is like 5 kilometers. Like, how do you say that in time? Tell me a time. I don't know how to do that. So yeah, and even when I'm back in Calcutta, like even my brother's back, so people ask me, "Tod bari theke koto dur?" So we both are like scratching our heads how to tell them. Like probably it's like an hour-long journey, but we don't know how to tell them. They might reach from Behala to Dom, but that's also not the correct distance. So yeah, it's weird to make people understand.
Okay, so the last time we spoke, you said that I am going to come back to the city again. Has that changed?
No, that's definitely not changing. I will be back to the city, and I wish I can, move back fast.
I think the pandemic kind of helps, because you're like, oh, anyway, this year nothing is going to happen. The year has stopped. The world is stopped for this year.
The pandemic has opened my eyes in various manners. Like, I don't know what all I have realized during this pandemic, but I have also realized that how much important your own house and your own bed is when you work.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree to that.
And I was so the other day I got a little bit of a breather from work, which I was very thankful for, and I was just thinking that if I was in Bombay during this pandemic, I wouldn't have had even a single meal properly. Like here, every day I'm getting up at a certain time and I know my food will be ready. I will have a proper lunch. I will have a proper dinner. I think I would have fallen ill in Bombay because only of my food habits. Because firstly, I can't cook, so I had to order out. So half of the restaurants were closed. If I was in Bombay, probably during the pandemic, I was in your house. I would have been in your house.
Either my house or Ronja's house, I'm sure. Because
or Ronja's house. Because
the first month you could only buy groceries. You could not do anything else, so you had to cook. There was no way out. So I was cooking 3 meals a day at that point of time.
Yeah, so I would have definitely shifted to your place or Ranja's place, but I'm so thankful to the entire situation that I came back to Calcutta at a very crucial time. But having said that, Calcutta is all good, in terms of home and food and everything. But in terms of work, it is. I can't even tell you how difficult it is, and I and since I've like literally started my career from Bombay, it's all the more difficult for me. And I definitely want to go back to Bombay, and that has not changed. Probably not now, probably not in the next few years, but I'm definitely moving back to Bombay. And that place, as I said, it's an addiction. Once you are there, it'll never getting off you. It has Bombay is there in your mind.
Do you think it's
It is-
actually the city, or do you think it's the people who make up the city that makes you miss it? Or is it both?
It's both actually. It's both. Like I don't know whether if the same people were in Kolkata, the experience would have been the same or not. But I don't. I mean, I don't think so. The experience would have been the same. It's the vibe of the city
Yeah.
and
it's
the
the vibe
people
of
that.
the city.
It's the vibe of the city and the people also, and it's just that when you're on your own, you and in for me that happened that when you are grown up in a house which is like so obsessed with you and over possessive about you, and when you taste that freedom, you get an addiction of that.
I know.
So you definitely don't want to get out of that. But it's just that I just love the city somehow. I just want to be in Bombay. It's fast. It's very fast. It consumes you and everything. But I love it that way. I just love Bombay.
So tell me one thing that you love about being at home, and one thing that you loved about being on your own.
Being at home is food. Home food.
I know.
Mom cooked food, and every other luxury that you want, you just have to spell it out. I want this, and the next day you will hear grandmom and mom just talking about এখান থেকে এনে দেবো, ওখান থেকে এনে দেবো, এখানে phone করো. You know it will be there. And the one thing I like staying away from home is I didn't know how to do household work. Like kuch nahi. I was a lazy, pampered bum at home. But now I'm at home, I don't do things. But if I was in Bombay, I had to do household work, which made me a responsible person. Like now, mom come up to me and say that amake eta kore de, ota kore de. So I'm like, okay, fine, we'll figure out a way. So this figuring out is something that I learned when I was in Bombay. There were situations, it, that I left my house at office and I left it and I had to go back and get it. Some jugaad I had to do and get it back, and I think the jugaads are the experiences that I have learned while staying away from
Yeah,
home.
I remember this one time you left your keys at office and you called me for help, and instead I scolded you and you were like, stop being my mom, just help me.
And I'm like, Anisha,
Because I told you
help
it's a
me.
basic thing. The first thing you check is your wallet, your keys, and you're like, not now, tell me later.
I'm just glad I had my phone with me because I had to book a Uber and just go. And the next day we had our office picnic, I remember. And I was like, why the hell did I sleep? Like I might as well just stay in
Yeah,
office only because we had to leave. Yeah, we had to leave for the picnic really early.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did I even go back? Like I kept it here only. So yeah, so these are the jugaad. There are so many things that I faced in Bombay while traveling, while staying there. When I had to do jugaad for a lot of things. So those things are something that I think it worked. Like, I learned while I was away from home.
Okay, and finally, do you think we'll ever get a best of both worlds where all these two worlds of ours, the very two different worlds that we especially reside in, the one at home and the one away
I
from home?
don't think so. I really don't think so. Unless and until you have, which is like a dream, like a fairy tale dream. You have a apartment in Bombay, and your mom and your family come and stay over. Then also, I don't think I'll get the best of it because, dude, you cannot buy fish the way you buy fish in Kolkata.
And it's
Like,
impossible to find
like
someone to
at
cook the
my
fish the way you want.
I mean that's what I'm saying, that I think only if you want to have best of the both worlds, I don't know, probably if I could ever buy an apartment in Bombay and make my mom and grandmom stay there, but then they don't know Marathi and my grandmom will be like, where the hell did you bring me to? I would rather be in Kolkata. Okay, so um, I think best of the both worlds, we get best of the both worlds with our experiences. So there was some best when I was there in Bombay. There's some best things that are happening here right now. So yeah, the experiences count. So I think that's probably so. That's how we can get best of the both worlds. Actually, I wanted to ask you something, that you have you've been into a lot of things. It's just not work. You do a lot of other things.
Yeah, I know.
So you think that could have panned out the way it has if you were here in Kolkata,
No,
or did you manage to do it because you were away in a different city?
I think it's both, because again, like I keep telling you, my home experience is very different from other people's home experience. When I was working from home for the first 8 months, I took my parents aside and I told them that please understand, I'm working from home. I am not here to chit chat with you. And then I put a poster on my door saying that these are work hours. You can come and talk to me during lunch. So every time they would try and talk to me during the time when I was working, I would just point to the poster. My uncle got really annoyed. He went and he complained, but ठीक है, ये होता है. But at the same time, I don't think if I was at home, I would be doing all of this, because my mom would be cooking my meals, and I would probably spend all the time playing with the cats and not taking my life seriously, because it would be like, हाँ ठीक है, हो रहा है. With this, I think it is because I suddenly had a lot of time on my hands. I was not home, so I was not home helping out with the home, whatever. If I was home, I would probably be helping out a lot, because my home is full of senior citizens, so they can't go out. I would be the one going and doing the shopping and doing a lot of other work. So I don't have to do that. Thus, Bombay has stuff like Big Basket Daily, Super Daily. So your life is a lot more sorted in Bombay.
But just to cut you, Kolkata also has Big Basket Daily now, thankfully.
Thank God. So one of my friends messaged me saying that I can't figure out how to get groceries for my parents. This app is crashing. Oh, okay. I don't want to get there. So I don't know. So the whole point is, maybe I would be writing a lot because I still do that, but maybe the whole inspiration for taking buzz off the ground or starting an entire YouTube series would probably not be there. So I'm just happy where I am. Plus, I got better at taking care of myself. I learned how to cook chicken. So I consider that an achievement. I shall clap for that. Clearly that didn't happen to me, because even when I was staying alone, nothing, like my mom thought that at least I'll learn cooking. But wo to hone se raha mere se. So I had that conversation with your mom. She had asked me that, what do you do? Do you always order out? How would I know that would land you in trouble? I told her I cook. Guys, that's Anisha for you. That's Anisha for me. When my mom asks her something, instead of saving my ass, she puts me into trouble. Yeah, that's why she's one of my very good friends. That's what they do, right? Yeah. So that was a whole conversation. I think we missed our turn when we were trying to go to Prithvi Cafe, because she was very invested to know what I do, how do I save, how do I manage my time, because she was very impressed by everything. Moms, I tell you, of course. I'm just glad you had a conversation with my mom and not with my grandmom.
She would have like probably stopped the auto, got out of that auto, pulled me from the other auto, and said, "See what she's doing." I'm just glad that it was just my mom. Like it would have gone to another level if it was my grandmom. So I'm just glad. But yeah, I had to hear.
But you should learn how to cook, man. I'm not saying it because it's a basic survival skill.
Now again, you're talking like my mom. Can we get back?
I'm serious. Listen, even I did not know how to cook. One of my friends, Pradipta, you know her. She had told me that learn how to cook. You know why? Because the days you're upset, you can cook yourself delicious food and you can eat it and you can tell other people, I will not give this to you. This is mine.
Okay, this is my food reminded me of an incident which we cannot talk about here, but but it's I think it's just too much effort. Yeah, I know cooking is therapeutic and it's damn good, but I'm damn lazy. I'm very very lazy, and I don't know how to overcome this laziness. But yeah, one day I shall cook. One day, probably a cup of tea only, but I'll do it.
You don't know how to make tea.
Okay, then let's get back to pros and cons of staying away.
Oh no. I think I've asked you all the questions I wanted to ask you, so I'm very happy with this episode.
Oh, but I don't think we have talked enough. I mean, I want to say so many other things, but no, I think this is my coffee with Karan moment, because this is my first so-called episode that is being shot, and with an author, with somebody the world knows, and with somebody who has a lot of followers. So I'm just glad it started out with this person. But I'm just so happy that I met you, and especially in a place like Bombay, because you got to be really lucky to find friends there, and I'm just so glad that I have found a whole lot of friends there, you being one of them. And you know that I'm not a bookworm, but still your book helped me in one of the many flights I took from Bombay to Calcutta and Calcutta to Bombay. That 3 hours is a mess, but thank God for your book. And I just hope you keep on writing and you keep writing crazy stuff. I'm still waiting for that book where you will mention me. I am one of the characters, which I know you will never do it, but I'm still waiting.
I was writing, remember, because of all the dating disasters I was going through, I started writing a book called Rashi Ghoshal Will Find Her Prince Charming. So that is completely based on my own experiences in Bombay. So I am shamelessly admitting that I put a lot of people I met in Bombay into that book.
And you decided to put me in that book particularly.
It is also the only book that I wrote which is not set in Calcutta. All my books are set in Calcutta. Like the book that came out on this Saturday, that is set in my Ghar ka actual backyard.
Yeah, you wrote that it's about a cat, like it's your own cat.
It's
a tribute.
It was my first cat. Yeah. So this lockdown also helped me adopt a cat called Felix. Well, I don't speak his given name. So
I thought there will be a guest appearance of that character, but I'm glad that didn't happen.
He's right below the laptop table and he's taking a nap. I think he likes your voice, so he's napping.
How okay, fine. I don't know whether that's a compliment or an insult that he likes my voice. That's why he's napping. But yeah,
because otherwise he comes and he's like, "Who are you? I want to see you." Thank you so much for joining me on Chai and Chill and for all that insight about living alone and being at home. Two sides to very very different sides, because like we keep saying that I will find it very difficult to go back and live at home again for a long stretch of time. My thing is, I think I discussed this with my sister once, like saying that I think our stretches are 10 days. After 10 days, we are like, we want our own space, we want to go back, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It happens to me all the time. Like half of the time I'm telling my mom and grandma, can you please leave my room because I want my own space. But it pains me also because I really don't want to tell them that, and they don't understand where I'm coming from. But I don't expect them to understand also, because of course they won't understand. But it is difficult. It is difficult when you're staying alone and you don't have anybody to, keep on asking you, this happened, এটা হয়েছে, এটা করছি, and then suddenly you're back and somebody is all 24/7 asking you, এটা করেছো, ওটা করেছো, সেটা হয়েছে, ওটা হয়েছে. It is irritating, but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I will.
Thank you
very
so
soon.
much. Yes, we shall see each other very soon. Okay, then bye everybody. Bye.